Hello, dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, USA Football Zone, latest football highlights. In the final moments of regular time, the score was tied at 1-1, desperate for a result. Inter Miami pushed forward one last time. The ball was optimistically launched into the box. Players scrambled everywhere. A defender leaped desperately and it was a goal. An incredible, heartbreaking own goal in the final seconds. Inter Miami had won the match in the most dramatic fashion. But to understand how we arrived at this thrilling conclusion, we must go back to the beginning, where the story was quite different. In a packed stadium in Medellin, Colombia, Inter Miami, still searching for their first preseason win, were about to be surprised. Welcome to the heart of Colombia, the famous Estadio Atanasio Girardot, where a sea of green and white welcomed their heroes, Atlético Nacional, for a major friendly match against Inter Miami. This wasn't just another preseason game, it was the second stop on Inter Miami's inaugural South American Champions Tour. And they were hungry for a win after a tough 3-0 defeat to Alianza Lima of Peru. With the legendary Lionel Messi in the starting lineup, the atmosphere was electric. The fans were excited not only to see their own team but also to witness the greatness of Messi. From the first whistle, the intensity was sky-high. Atlético Nacional played with the confidence expected of a team on their home turf and were not intimidated by the star-studded visitors. They pressed high, passed the ball quickly, and looked to counterattack Miami. For their part, Inter Miami tried to calm things down, and you could immediately see Messi dropping deep, trying to control and orchestrate the game. He was handling the ball in tight spaces, always looking for an open teammate. But the Colombian side was disciplined, closing down space with relentless energy. The opening minutes were like a fast-paced game of chess. Then, just as Miami seemed to be settling into a rhythm, disaster struck. In the 24th minute, Atlético Nacional launched a lightning-fast counterattack, a quick move down the flank, a perfect cross into a dangerous area, and the ball found its way to Juan Manuel Rengifo. From outside the box, Rengifo unleashed a powerful shot that gave the goalkeeper no chance. As the ball hit the back of the net, the stadium erupted. The home side was 1-0 up. Inter Miami's players were stunned. They had fallen behind so quickly, and the uphill battle on this tour had just become even harder. Now, trailing, the pressure was on Inter Miami and their legendary number 10, a goal down. Atlético Nacional became even more energetic, more determined, and looked for a second goal. But tough times often bring out the best in great players. And Lionel Messi began to dominate the game. He wasn't just passing anymore, he was attacking. Just before the goal, in the 23rd minute, he had already taken a shot from distance, indicating that he was finding his range. After conceding the goal, his intent was clear. Around the 30-minute mark, Messi again tried his luck from long range, signaling his readiness to bring his team back into the match. 5 minutes later, he created a moment that only Messi could create. Receiving the ball in midfield, he dribbled in his trademark style, gliding past defenders as if they were statues. His sublime close control was on full display, reminding everyone that he could turn the game around in an instant. Inter Miami began to exert some real pressure, and the attack was almost entirely orchestrated by their captain. He was demanding the ball in tight spaces and organizing every forward move. He delivered dangerous corner kicks and a free kick that forced the Nacional goalkeeper to make a spectacular save. But despite his best efforts, the home team's defense remained impenetrable. They risked their lives, making impressive blocks and doing everything they could to avert danger time and again. By the time the first half ended, Inter Miami had nothing to show for their efforts. They went into the locker room trailing 1-0, with little hope of a comeback. After halftime, Inter Miami realized they had 45 minutes to turn the situation around and avoid a second consecutive preseason defeat. The team played with renewed energy, and once again, Lionel Messi was at the heart of everything. The breakthrough they so desperately craved finally came in the 53rd minute, and it was pure Messi magic that unlocked the door. Receiving the ball just outside the box, Messi took a touch to set himself up and then unleashed a powerful, crazy shot with his dangerous left foot. The shot was so powerful and accurate that it struck the inside of the post, the sound reverberating throughout the stadium. While Nacional's defense and goalkeeper were momentarily frozen, one player had his eyes firmly on the game, Messi's longtime friend and strike partner, Luis Suarez. anticipated the rebound. As the ball bounced back into the 6-yard box, Suarez pounced, displaying his predatory instincts, and tapped the ball into the empty net. Scoring himself, he proved himself as a world-class finisher. The score was 1-1. The equalizer had been achieved. The Inter Miami players rushed to celebrate with Suarez, but all eyes immediately turned to the man who had made it all happen. Messi's shot and his genius had created the goal out of nothing. He was officially credited with the assist. A testament to his game-changing impact, immediately after the goal, German Bertram was brought on for Suarez, making his debut and looking dangerous right away. The momentum of the match had completely shifted. Inter Miami were back in the game. And with plenty of time remaining, they were now pushing hard for the win. With the score tied at 1-1, the game continued at a frantic pace. Both teams were playing for the win, turning the match into an intense end-to-end battle. The intensity was rising. Tackles were flying in, and even yellow cards were being shown. In the 67th minute, Atlético Nacional thought they had regained the lead, but the goal was disallowed, further increasing the tension. Then, in the 76th minute, a crucial moment arrived. Lionel Messi, who had played brilliantly and initiated the comeback, was substituted. As he left the field, the entire Estadio Ateneo Hero thought, fans of both the home and visiting teams, rose to their feet to give him a thunderous ovation, a beautiful gesture of respect for what they had just witnessed. Even without their star player on the field, Inter Miami continued to fight, inspired by their comeback, as the match entered its final moments. It seemed destined to end in a draw. Both teams created chances, but neither could find a decisive finish. The fourth official signaled stoppage time, and Inter Miami prepared for one final attack. They pushed their players forward, eager for their first win of the season. A ball was sent into Atlético Nacional's penalty area with hope. What followed was complete football chaos. In the 90th minute, as a cross came in, the box was packed with players, under immense pressure. National defender Elkin Rivero desperately tried to clear the ball. In a heartbreaking moment of misfortune, his touch was awkward. Thousands of home fans watched in horror as the ball deflected off his foot, over his own goalkeeper, and into the back of the net. An own goal. In the dying moments, the Inter Miami players were overwhelmed with a mixture of disbelief and elation. They had done it. They had won in the most incredible way. Moments later, the final whistle blew, confirming a stunning 2-1 comeback victory for Inter Miami. The players celebrated on the pitch, a huge outpouring of emotion after a hard-fought and frantic finale. They had been tested, they had gone behind, but they showed incredible character to fight back and secure their first win of the 2026 preseason tour. From Juan Manuel Rengafo's superb opening goal to Messi's brilliant performance that set up Suarez's equalizer, and finally, that stunning own goal right at the very end, this match had it all. It was a night of high drama, a perfect example of the unpredictable beauty of football, and a massive morale-boosting victory for Inter Miami. What a night! What a comeback! If you enjoyed these incredible highlights and want to see more of Inter Miami and Lionel Messi, then hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any uploads. Let us know your thoughts on this incredible finish in the comments below. Thanks for watching.